That's what I'm looking for. Both of these. Good morning and welcome back to Mountain Beaches. We are still at our Off Grid Homestead in Northern Idaho here at Eagle Ridge Resort and Spa. And it is just a spectacular morning. Quite the change from yesterday. Today it's hoodie weather. And if you remember from the last video, we had just a big storm come through. We probably had, I don't know, third of an inch of rain last night. And the ground is just nice and damp. And it's perfect weather because we are finally planting our trees today. So right here, this is our box of trees. Open this up, oh, look at all the water. Look at all the water from the rain last night. But this is our trees, and we need to get these planted. How many trees do you think are in that box? I want you to put in the comments below. Let us know how many trees you think can fit in that little box there, and see who comes closest. We have a few to plant, and we'll see how that goes. We've never planted trees like this before, so I've got to figure out, we've got a couple of different tools we're going to try. When we were picking up the trees from the USDA, they said, you know, actually an 1.25 inch, 1.5 inch drill bit, and I think I have one of those. Just drill a hole down into the ground and stick it in is actually the best way. But she said for the average person, just drill the hole down into the ground and you get a straight hole, start the tree out straight, and it's more likely to grow straight. You plant it crooked and it's more likely to grow crooked. All the trees. How many do you think are in this box? It's hard to tell what's what. When we ask the forester about it, they seem to be able to point right to them and tell us. I think these are the larch.
Yes, those are the larch.
Western larch.
I can tell.
And we have some Doug fir.
I can tell. How come you can't tell?
Because you're smarter than I am. Everybody knows that.
It's very obvious.
Well, I've only seen the ones at the top. So.
Okay, well, that's no excuse. It's very obvious.
Well, so she can tell when they're in the box here, but when you look at the forest, she has no idea which tree is which.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. We need a two-seater.
Not really made for two, but make it work. All right, what do you got?
Of a larch.
All right, let's see what that does. I think the drill bit.
Well, you can... Yeah, that's not big enough. That's not gonna work.
All right, so the drill is not big enough. I thought I had 1.5 inches. It's just 1 inch. So we're gonna try the shovel, second attempt, see what this is.
Nope.
Well, we'll do it this way.
It's gonna take more time than we thought. And they said it was important to make sure they go down straight. So this is we're not very good at this.
We're going to do our best.
Try the pick.
May not be perfect. Okay, try the pick.
Let me get another tree. I forgot my gloves.
Yeah, we need to get our gloves. That might be better. But it's going to kind of take two of us for each tree, I think.
Yep. But I think the pick is the better option so far.
Yeah, I think so. If we had a bigger drill bit, that would work, but we don't, so.
Today we're playing the divide and conquer game. So I'm at Home Depot. Got to get some more bottled water, and because our Berkey isn't working just right, and a drill bit, an auger that is wider. So I'm looking for 1.5 to 2 inches.
Well, tree planting didn't last very long. We realized that the auger bit on the drill was the right way to go. It's so much faster. We just don't have the right size. So Kim's going into town to the hardware store to try and get a bigger one.
I'm gonna go in here, see what I find. Norm is back home doing some other projects, and I think he's doing some seeding. We'll see when I get back. We'll see how much he gets done.
I'm going to keep working here at the homestead. I'm going to change from planting the trees right now to seeding the field. We have this seed that we bought last fall. Let's see, it's called Panhandle Timber Mix. It's supposed to be a good variety seed, and the animals like it, and our soil right now is such that it just needs some help, and this should help put some natural nitrogen back into the ground. The animals coming and from their droppings will help, and just the variety that this is will develop some natural fertilization, which we desperately need in parts of our field. We got some work to do, and I'm going to start planting some seed. We're supposed to get some more thunderstorms later today and tomorrow, so that'll be perfect for seeding today. And then the temperatures are supposed to climb back up next week into the 80s. Today, maybe 70, maybe 72 for high. Same for tomorrow, which is, we're honest, we're a little bit late in planting this seed. Our hope was to have done it when we came up here in December, but there was just way too much snow. We're doing the best we can right now. We're behind the 8 ball. We'll see what happens. We already bought the seed. We're going to plant it. We bought the trees. We're going to plant them, see what lives, and just do our best and go from there.
Well, success. Home Depot didn't have it. North 40 didn't have it. Where else did I call? The farm store didn't have it. But this little store in Sandpoint, Ace Hardware, which is along with the drugstore, had the 1.5 inch auger. This is 17 inch. It's a big one, so hopefully it'll do our job. Heading back to the homestead now, and let's see how it works.
So that will complete off one 25 bag of seed, the Panhandle Timber seed. We bought 2 bags, and so that's one of them. We'll put the other one over on the other side of the property and call it good, see what happens from there. I think it's going to work.
I've been very contemplative on this drive on the way home, and now we're on our I am on our bumpy dirt road, but there's very little traffic here, so I thought I could just share a few thoughts with you. If any of you know us well at all, you know that Norm is the mountain person, the mountain guy, and I am the beaches girl. But this piece of land just speaks to my heart. Every time we drive this road, every time we go into town, every time we pull back up onto this piece of land, my heart just sings. And so I just want to let you know that it's a very special place for both of us, actually. And so one of my thoughts is we have been contemplating for quite a while now, sharing with you guys a little bit about us, sharing with you why we do what we do, a little bit of our history, a little bit of our thought process. And so I would really like to know if that would be of interest to you. Oh, that was a bumpy one. If that would be something that really, would be of interest. And if not, you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying no.
This should solve the trick. Kim got a big 1.5 inch by 17.5 inch auger bit, so hopefully this does the trick.
Voila, perfect.
All right, we are dividing and conquering. Kim is still working on planting trees, at least until her legs give out. Mine have given out, the bending over and kneeling down, and that is hard work, even though we're just using a drill to drill the hole. But it's exhausting. So I've come up to the spot where we're going to hopefully move the shed to, and I'm going to rake it out a little bit and then see if I can lay some gravel there to try and level it off and hopefully get it ready for move. Well, I'm still new on the tractor, and my dumping skills of spreading gravel are not the best, so I'm going to need a little bit of raking, but that's all right. I'm learning. If I was better at spreading the gravel, I wouldn't have to work so hard. It's a fine technique. Getting it just in the right spot to dump it and just spread it lightly. I haven't mastered that yet, but I will. Okay, more gravel. All right, I got a inch or two of gravel on there. That's not quite enough, but it's a good start. And then I ran the tractor over it, the wheels over everything to pack it down. So I think we have a good start on that. It's not all the way level, but my contractor will, once he moves the shed off of its current position, there's a whole bunch more gravel underneath that he can use. And then he can move it over to here and help to make this a little bit more level. And then he can move the shed. So we have a good jump on it, and at least he'll know where to place it now. So that's a good start. We've just about have all the trees finished. Kim's just finishing up the last few just down the hill a little ways. You see her down there. I'll tell you guys, Kim is one hard worker. She learned it from her dad. Her dad taught her well. She oftentimes outworks me. His motto was, you're not done until the job's done. And so she can remember many days when she was young, and her dad had an almond orchard. And they would go around and he would have the processors pick the almonds, and then he and his girls would go around after they were done and out at night with flashlights until the job was done. They were picking up the almonds off the ground to get every bit of it they could. She is one hard cookie, and gosh, she is amazing. So that's about all for the moving of the gravel for the shed. It's almost the end of the tree planting. How many trees do you think we planted? And then I need to move my implements so that they're not in the way of the contractor. And we have a few more things to get out of the shed down here. And then I think we're about good. We're going home tomorrow, and that is making us sad, but that was the plan all along. We knew we only had 1 week up here. We have things to finish at home, so we're going to get back home, finish those off, and then get back up here. It'll be 2.5 weeks, but in YouTube time, if all goes well, next week, in next week's video, we'll be back up here again. So we have enough content to go while we're gone. So hopefully you won't even notice the difference. Man, oh man, what a exhausting long day. We got all of our tasks done. How exciting is that? There was a lot on our plate, but we got it. We got the pad for the shed. We got to move the shed. We got the new pad laid. It's right over here. It's started. The contractor will lay some more gravel and finish that off, but that's started. Then we also were able to get all of our items out of the shed, and we moved it, and it's all right over there under a tarp, hopefully protected. So we'll see that. We also got the tractor and all the implements moved out of the way, so the builder can get his equipment around the build site. And we got all of the trees planted, every last one. I didn't think we were going to do it, but between Kim and I, we got that done. How many trees do you think were in that box? Put a comment in down below, and we'll see who was the closest. And just for fun, we're not giving away a trip around the world or anything, but just kind of for fun, see what that does. And then we're up and out of here early tomorrow morning. Be back up here in a couple of weeks. So exciting. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you guys following us. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. I love reading your comments. This last video where the input of the colors, oh, so many comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm. That helps us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we'd like to invite you to do that. And thank you so much. You guys are a huge blessing to us, and we'll see you in the next video.